Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope this video finds you well. And today I was inspired to do this video. This was originally a video that I was just going to send to one of my friends because she's feeling a little bit under the weather. But then I thought that we could do it all together. And if you ever are feeling pain or just a little bit down or need a more relaxing practice, then this is for you. We're going to do some relaxing poses, a little bit of stretching, a little bit of hugs to our bodies. And when you're ready, come and join me in your mat. I also invite you to have a blanket, a couple of blocks, or anything that might help you feel a little bit more comfortable. So when you're ready, let's meet first sitting with an upright back, our hands to our knees. Close your eyes. Take one big inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Try to keep your breaths long and deep. The next inhale, we're going to raise our shoulders to our ears. Exhale, take them down. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, pull them back down. Let's do that once more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, take your hands both up to the sky. Exhale, take the right hand to the ground and stretch your left side. If it feels nice, you can also take your elbow down to the mat to feel a deeper stretch, and try to take your chest up to the sky. Inhale here. Exhale, take your left hand to the ground and start walking towards the center of your mat. Inhale. And on the exhale, release all the weight of your head, of your neck. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, walk your hands back to center. And take an exhale here. We're going to inhale again, raise your hands up to the sky. And on the exhale, take your left hand to the ground. If you want, again, take your elbow to the ground and open up your chest. Take your gaze to the sky. Feel free to close your eyes. I like closing my eyes because I feel like I can focus more on the part of my body that's stretching. This might be nice for you as well. Inhale. Exhale, take your right hand to the ground and let's start walking back to center. Beautiful. Inhale here. And on the exhale, push yourself into a tabletop position. Perfect. So here, my hands are right underneath my shoulders, my wrists, and my knees are right underneath my hips. I will do some cat-cows to start warming up my spine, give it a little love, make it as deep as your body allows you to today. If you have some stomach pain, some back pain, I invite you to do slow and gentle movements. Just listen to your body. In the exhale, we round. In the inhale, we expand. Exhale. You can try also shifting your weight to the back and to the front. Exhale. Beautiful. Now there is a pose that I really enjoy doing, and I feel like it gives us a nice stretch or a nice movement in our spine, and it takes us back to our animalistic beginnings. So you're going to act as if, first of all, you're going to repel the floor, right? You're always pushing the floor away from your body. And you're going to take your head and you're going to start turning it, kind of saying no, taking your ear towards one of your shoulders and then to the other one. So we're making this movement starting with our head, and if you'd like, the shoulders can follow. Start doing a little bit of movement, and now maybe your upper back or your middle back start moving as well. And then maybe your hips join. And you're starting to do some S's as if you were a snake. Close your eyes and feel free to surrender to the movement, surrender to your body. Just let it flow. Make it as big or as short as you'd like. Beautiful. And from here, if you want, you can now go back to center. And again, start leading the movement with your head. But now we're going to tweak it up and down. Up and down. And again, you're kind of like a worm. Maybe you're swimming. Lose yourself in the movement. Beautiful. And once you're done, go back to child's pose. And release the weight in here. Take your hands to the front of your mat. Rest your forehead on the mat as well. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to push forward. Again, go to tabletop. But just as a transition, because we're going to meet in downward facing dog. This being our first downward, we can start pedaling our legs, bend one of our knees, try to take the opposite heel to the ground. Stay as long as you want in any of the postures. If you feel a deep stretch, then stay there and let it breathe. And when you feel ready, take both of your heels to the ground or try to take them to the ground. Push away the mat with your hands. Try to take your coccyx up to the sky. Close your rib cage. Beautiful. Take some deep breaths in this posture. Take both of your heels up And we're going to bend the knees and take our glutes down to our heels. Inhale up. Exhale, glutes down. Push the mat away with your hands. Inhale up. Exhale, bend. Inhale up. And take both of your heels down to the ground. In the next inhale, we're going to raise our right leg up to the sky. Stretch it out. Feel the left hamstring. You can also bend your right knee. Try to take your heel towards your left glute, and maybe you will open your hip. Let's make some circles with our knee. First in one direction. Let's make 3 of them. Make them slow and big. Do some hip mobility. And now to the other side. Beautiful. Once you've done 3 to each side, let's take it up again. And on the exhale, we're going to take our knee towards the front of the mat, in between my hands. Beautiful. We can stay here, or if you are more flexible and you feel like deepening the stretch, you can walk your right foot towards the front, making a parallel line between your shin and the front of your mat. And from there, we go into a sleeping pigeon. You can take, first of all, your hands. If that's good enough, we stay here. Close your eyes and feel the posture. You can also take one of your blocks if you cannot reach the ground, and you can put it underneath your right glute to give you a little bit of more height. And then you can feel the stretch also in your left hip flexor. If it's good without the block, or if you don't have it, then we can just stay here. Or we can take our elbows down. You can do this mudra with your hands and rest your forehead in between your thumbs. Or you can take it all the way, where you take your forehead to the mat and you rest here. I'm going to stay with my elbows on the mat so that I can talk and the microphone does not make weird noises. But take some breaths in here. Make them deep. Make them gentle. Let your hips open up. Let your body warm up to the movement, warm up to the posture. In the inhale, you stretch and strengthen, and on the exhale, you go deeper. Sometimes staying in the posture is the hardest part about doing yoga. But staying longer means that our fascia can actually do its job and kind of I don't know the English word for it, but it wraps around our muscular tissue and it helps us be more flexible, be stronger, protects us. Beautiful. When you're ready, go back into the original posture where your hands are on the ground. We're going to tuck our left toes under and we're going to push ourselves into a downward facing dog. Now I want you to stay here for just a couple of seconds and feel the difference between your right leg and your left leg. I don't think I have to say much about it, but you probably feel a big difference, especially if you haven't moved a lot during the day. So let's now give our left leg some love. Raise it up to the sky. Exhale here. Bend your knee. Take your heel towards your right glute. Try to keep both shoulders squared. And make some really big circles with your knee. Open up that hip. Maybe you hear some bones cracking. That's amazing. And when you do 3 of these, then change the direction of the circles. Once you're done, stretch your leg up. And on the exhale, take the knee in between your hands. Oh, something cracked there. Perfect. Now again, you can stay here, or you can take your block and place it underneath your glute to give you more height. If you feel like you don't need it, then you can also walk your foot until you're making a parallel line between your shin and your mat. And then we surrender to the posture. Now, something that I find really interesting is that if we really focus our mind and think that we are curing, or think that we are healing, or think that we're making ourselves stronger. For example, if I imagine myself in a crow pose, that will help all of the muscles needed to be stronger, and they actually do have a an amount of strength that is being activated, which I find that it's amazing. So what I mean is that, or what I'm trying to say is that if you're not feeling well right now, if something hurts, if you're feeling like my friend under the weather, then take your attention to that part of your body that is in pain. Think of it, imagine it in your head. Create the most vivid image of it. And imagine it healing. Imagine the little cells working together to cure itself. Imagine all of the blood that is bringing the nutrients to that specific site. Imagine your cells getting stronger, creating tighter connections. Imagine yourself being happy, laughing out loud, breathing fresh air. And maybe the posture doesn't even hurt anymore. But take this time to heal yourself, to listen to your body, to feel what aches. Give it some love. When you're ready, let's go again into our downward facing dog by tucking our right toes under and pushing ourselves down. Beautiful. Inhale here. And now compare both legs. In my case, at least, they're now feeling a little bit more balanced. When you're ready, take both of your heels up and let's bend our knees and go into a sitting position. Let's take our glutes to the ground and we're going to straighten our legs in front of us. Beautiful. We're going to take both of our arms to the sky, and on the exhale we go forward into our legs. If you haven't taken any other of my classes, remember that I always try to take my belly button to my knees so that I'm actually stretching all of my hamstrings and my back as well. So we're trying to take all of our body towards our legs rather than just my head. And try to keep a long spine. Don't try to look forward or up because that's going to collapse your cervicals. Rather elongate. I'm sure you're doing great. And if you feel like it, then you can go a little bit deeper. With every exhale, try to go a little bit deeper into the posture. Beautiful. Slowly, I want you to round your back consciously and start going all the way back until you might need some space here. But round your back and take it all to the ground, vertebra per vertebra, until you reach Shavasana position. We're not in Shavasana yet. Don't get too excited. Bend both of your legs. Make sure that your heels are close to your glutes, and from there we're going to windshield our knees towards one side and then the other. You can leave them at one of the sides. You might feel a nice stretch in your quads. I know I'm feeling it. And then switch sides. Beautiful. And now take both of your feet with your hands, but take them towards the outer sides of your feet and open up your legs into a happy baby. It's okay if your happy baby is a little bit closer, but what I want you to focus on is that all of your back is on the ground. So I don't want these, or I don't know how people do it, but I don't want these either. So all of your back has to be on the ground. And from there, open up your legs as wide as you want, as wide as your legs allow you to today. And you can, you can rock yourself from side to side. I almost forgot that word. Beautiful. If you want, you can also keep the posture on its center and focus on opening up your legs. I know that this is supposed to be a relaxing pose and sometimes it isn't, but try to focus on the good. Forget the pain. Focus on your heartbeat. Focus on these muscles stretching. Focus on your hips opening. Maybe you have some feelings emerging, and that is actually very interesting because it is said that all of the emotions are stored in our hips. And once we open them, some of these emotions and feelings might arise. So take this time also to observe how you're feeling. If there's something bothering you, if there's a question that you've had wandering in your mind, this might give you some intuition, some ideas on what to do. Now close your legs, take your knees, and like a book, close them. Beautiful. Make some circles with both of your knees. Give your back a nice massage. Change the direction of these circles. And now keep the right leg with you and let the left stretch over to the front of the mat. Now straighten the leg and take both of your hands, interlace them, and try to pull your leg towards you. It's okay if we're here. It's okay if it's bent. It's completely normal. Remember that I'm trying to do the posture as good as I can so that you can compare yourself and see what it is that's supposed to look like. But if we're not there yet, that's absolutely fine. Now here, I don't really care about you guys pointing your toes or keeping it super straight. I'd rather you focus on the stretch and that all of your back is on the ground. You can also stay in these postures for as long as you want. But for memory issues, I'm gonna keep it short. Now take your your foot or your leg with your hand and open your leg towards the right. You can also take your left arm and open it wide, making a little cross with your hands. Stretch out the right leg. Close your eyes if you'd like. You can also take your leg closer to you, whatever feels nice. Remember, all of our backs are on the ground. Inhale, long. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Take your leg, but now you're going to take your foot with the left hand in the outside of your foot and you're gonna twist over towards the left. Now here, your back can definitely leave the ground. You're opening up. Oof, I hope you heard that. It was amazing. And you want to try to take your right shoulder to the ground. And also your gaze. So look towards your right hand and twist towards the left. These twists help us detox our body because when we twist, we are making the blood flow a little bit more scarce in some organs. In this case, the organs that are located on the left side of our body. So right now, not a lot of blood is flowing into them, but as soon as we untwist, then fresh blood, is going to go inside these organs and refill them with all of the nutrients that our body needs. Just a fun fact. When you're ready, take that foot and that leg close to you again. And now take your left leg and release the right. Stretch it forward while you pull your left leg now, towards you. With every exhale, you can deepen a little bit more the stretch. Be gentle. Remember that this is a relaxing class. We're not supposed to be tearing down our muscles. Beautiful. When you're ready, take your foot with your left hand or your leg and open up towards the left. Take your right hand across your body, open up. Feel the stretch. With every round of breath that we go through, maybe it feels a little bit more comfortable. Maybe you feel it less painful. Beautiful. And when you feel ready, take now your right hand to the outside of your foot and twist towards the right. Now gently bend your leg, take it close to your center, and take the right leg as well. Rock yourself a little bit. You can go back to your circles. I really love these circles. They're amazing. And then take both of your feet to the ground. And now we are going to interlace our hands on the back of our neck or in the back of our head. Don't worry, we're not going to do some abs. I just want you to take your elbows close together. They don't have to touch as long as they're close and looking towards the sky. And you're going to pull your head towards your chest. So your chin is basically touching your sternum. Only the head is lifted from the ground. Inhale deep and you'll feel it all the way through your back. Let's do that once more. Amazing. Now take your chin towards your right clavicle. And take some deep breaths here as well. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. And on the exhale, turn your head now towards the left, taking your chin towards your left clavicle. Last one. Exhale to the center and let go of your head slowly. Let it rest on the ground. Beautiful. Now we're going to turn our bodies, taking our stomach to the ground. We're going to turn in our bellies. Perfect. All right. And we are going to put some cups in our fingers. Only the fingertips are on the ground. And open the hands so your hands are, sorry, so that your hands are outside of your mat. From there, you're going to inhale, push yourself up. And on the exhale, you're going to take the right shoulder to the mat. We inhale up. Exhale, now the left shoulder goes to the mat. Inhale up. Exhale, right shoulder. Inhale up. Exhale, left shoulder. Inhale. Let's do one more round. Right shoulder goes to the ground. And last one, inhale up. Exhale, right, left shoulder goes to the mat. Inhale up. Exhale, we release towards the center. Beautiful. Now, rock your hips from side to side just to give your back a little massage. Beautiful. We are going to go to Sphinx pose very quickly. And from there, we're going to bend our right leg into a half rock. We're going to push ourselves with our hands. And we're going to thread the needle with our left hand, twisting towards the right. Well, we're actually twisting towards the left, but our right hand opens to the right. I learned this transition from one of my teachers, Zoe, and I really, really like it. I feel like it's a very smooth transition, but also a very nice way to twist. Let's do one more breath here. And on the exhale, we're going to take our right hand back to the ground. We push ourselves up. And we're going to switch sides now. So now the left leg opens up in a frog. We push ourselves with our hands. And we thread the needle with the right hand, opening up towards the left. Big breaths here. Let's do it once more. Inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to take our left glute towards the ground. Opening up again. So we're on our backs. I'm going to take these. We're on our backs and you can squish yourself over again to the center of your mat. And now feel free to take your knees and curve yourself into a tiny ball. Inhale. And on the exhale, release. Give yourself a warm hug. Create some space between your scalpels. And then release both of your hands towards the sides. Take one big inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Let's do it one more time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Let's go into our last posture, Shavasana. Feel free to warm yourself up with a blanket, with a pair of socks. And use this time to again imagine your body healing. Imagine the specific organ that is in pain, working towards being healthy again. Imagine your heart pumping out all of this blood, that is going to nurture us. Imagine our lungs expanding, grabbing all of the oxygen that's out there and releasing everything that we don't need anymore. Feel the love inside of your body. Feel the light that's within you. Feel free to stay here for as long as you want. But if you're ready, you can start making slow movements with the most distal parts of your body, meaning the toes and the fingers. Maybe you start making circles with your ankles or with your wrists. You can bend your elbows, bend your knees. You can stretch as if you were just waking up from a very deep sleep. And then turn towards one of your sides, first going through a fetal position. And then pushing yourself into a sitting posture. Feel free to close your eyes or keep a soft gaze. Take both of your hands to your knees. And again, go inwards and observe how your body's feeling right now. Maybe some of that pain was gone. Maybe the light is shining a little bit brighter now. Anyhow, thank you for joining this practice. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I hope that it will work for you as good as it did for me. I thank you for practicing with me, and I think that you can also thank yourself for giving you this moment and this space to treating yourself, to loving yourself. Take your hands to your forehead. Thumbs are in your third eye. And let's bow down to all of our masters and all of the circumstances that have brought us here to practice in this moment. Namaste.